In a 2017 interview, Kishimoto talked about killing off the OG Naruto characters from Boruto. At that time, the script of the series was written by the novelist Ukyo Kodachi, who wrote the story for the first 13 volumes of the manga. In 2020, Kishimoto got back on writing the script after Naruto achieved his Baryon Mode, which made everyone believe that he's definitely gonna kill his OG character this time. But things turned out the other way, and the possibility of Naruto's death is still gossip till this day. So today we are gonna look at some scenarios about the end of the 7th Hokage. Subscribe for more Boruto stuff and let's begin. Before Ishiki died in chapter 53, the theories that were really popular about the time skip talked about Kawaki being under Ishiki's possession, which made him betray the village and kill the most precious person to him. It all made sense to some extent. After all, Kishimoto had returned to writing the story for Boruto, most likely because he wanted to end the legacy of his most popular character himself. But the unexpected happened. Ishiki faced defeat, Kawaki got his karma back and ended up accepting it as his ultimate weapon. Kawaki is definitely on his way of becoming the next Ishiki because of all the prowess and powers that he has been granted in the form of the new karma. The life of the red karma wielder drastically changed by the hands of Naruto, whom he considers his godfather. The ultimate goal of Kawaki is to save Naruto from any harm or danger, but this will of Kawaki right now in the story is a bit ironic to the time skip scene where he has sent Naruto somewhere without providing much context of his intentions. The situation of the leaf from the future, hinting towards the end of Shinobi era, along with Boruto and Kawaki recalling the age of Shinobi is over sequentially, is also extremely ironic.
The age of Shinobi is over.
That's right. The age of Shinobi is over.
This contradiction from the flash forward scene even led to theories about Boruto being the anti-hero of the series. And if we put all the puzzle pieces together, we might be able to picture what might have happened to Naruto in the future. In chapter 70, Code finally got his limiters removed and now he's fully ready to take Ishiki's revenge from Kawaki and the others. If we say that Code is the culprit behind all the destruction in Konoha along with the scar on Boruto's right eye, it sounds like a good theory considering the fact that he has got large claws which could easily damage Boruto's headband and right eye. Maybe the Tentacles has been released by Code in the time skip and the destroyed leaf village could be an aftermath of that. Kawaki saying the age of Shinobi is over could be his resolve of sending every citizen to some new dimension to save them from getting killed, and Boruto stating he is still a shinobi could be because he wanted to save the world by waging a war against Code and his allies without following Kawaki's regime of abolishing the system completely. The spirit of a shinobi is to endure a harsh, but Kawaki's will of revolutionizing this system by his shortcut could be what made him and Boruto part ways. The fate of Naruto is totally straightforward here. He has been sent to Kawaki's dimension with no possible link to come back to his planet. But Naruto being in another dimension theory makes a 50-50 sense to me, considering the fact that Kishimoto is okay with killing off characters from his OG show. So what if Naruto has actually died by the hands of someone other than Kawaki, which makes the red karma wielder blame himself for his godfather's death? Just think about it. The sole dream and ambition of Kawaki is to make sure the safety of Naruto in every possible way. The dreadful past that he lived and the joyful way of living life that he learned from Naruto has really made him devote his life to the 7th Hokage. And what happens to a character when he's not able to save that one single person he would sacrifice everything for? Well, if we take Obito as an example from Naruto Shippuden, he literally waged a war and became a totally different person after the death of Rin. Kawaki could also be similar to Obito in one way or other. The loss of his beloved fatherly figure Naruto could have driven him so crazy that he rebelled against the system he was taught to respect. In chapter 70, even Amado wanted Kawaki dead along with Code due to the type of beast he is turning into. The statement of Amado was a bit suspicious because there is definitely something that is supposed to benefit him by Kawaki's karma. As we know, Amado lost his daughter almost 17 years prior to the current events in the manga. So what if Amado's daughter lost her life in between some shinobi war or battle, which made him secretly hold a grudge against the system? And to eliminate the system from roots, he crafted a perfectly fine plan that we are witnessing right now. The grief of losing his daughter must have aroused feelings of despair and revenge in Amado, similar to what Obito felt after losing Rin. But since Amado does not possess any magical powers, he used his big brain game to end the era of shinobis. And by giving Kawaki a demonic weapon in the form of karma, he could be one step closer to his ultimate goal, which is to witness the end of shinobi era by his own eyes. Amado knows Kawaki is gonna run wild by some emotionally strong incident. After all, he possesses a fearsome power in the palm of his hand. And the death of Naruto could play a huge role in triggering that side of Kawaki that we saw in the time skip sequence. So here's how I think things will end up. The revenge of Code shall be an all-out attack on the leaf, and we might get to see panels like these once again. Boruto will get his car and headband broken while having a rematch with Code. Naruto might end up losing his life by the hands of this villain who surpasses Jigen, and this could happen in the absence of Kawaki. Kawaki, upon reaching the place and realizing Naruto's dead, could get so enraged that even Code would be frightened to face him. Code's sin of killing the Leaf Hokage would ultimately lead to his death by the hands of Kawaki. But the major twist would be that Kawaki will form hatred in his heart for the shinobi regime after the loss of Naruto. Chances are he would be manipulated by Amado, which would also be the last step of victory for the old scientist in taking revenge from the shinobis. But the only frightening element that Kawaki will add in his way of revolutionizing the shinobi world would be brutality and violence, mainly because he has grown up with physical abuse till he met Naruto, and the blame he put on himself for the death of the only person he admired the most could be the reason he took that path. If this theory comes true, the time skip fight of the Kama brothers could be seen as a death battle of two individuals pursuing different ideologies. Kawaki wants to kill every person who follows the shinobi system, while Boruto wants to preserve this system no matter what. The death of Naruto plays a huge factor in this conflict, so here are some more time skip theories, and don't forget to comment down your opinion below. I will see you next time.